Hi guys, Mr. Pease here. Welcome to the fifth edition of From TCC with Love, the fortnightly update from your pastoral team. So, we still miss you, but we're wonderfully pleased with all your hard work and commitment that we've received through email, through my homework, and various other avenues of communication. But also this week, we've been delighted to welcome back some students, some Year 10 and some Year 12 students. So, the community news. Um, As I alluded to there, we welcomed back our Year 10 and Year 12 students this week. Okay, we've looked forward to and have been enjoying some face-to-face teaching again for the first time in a number of months. More information about that can be found on that link, which is the letter from Dr. Plum, our head teacher. At the same time, we've also been thinking a lot, and Mrs. Lindup takes the lead on this here, about the Year 6 to 7 transition. So, of course, we're really looking forward to the current Year 6 is soon becoming the TCC Year 7. And whilst, of course, it's going to be different from previous years, we have a plan. I'm really excited about meeting the current Year 6 soon. So if you want a bit more information about that, the Virtual Open Evening is a fantastic video that really introduces what TCC is about, and there's a virtual tour, which is the bottom link on this slide, which is all about a brilliant tour given by Miss Linda of TCC itself. Other things to note, Year 10 is an important year group due to GCSEs. Live lessons are up and running in a number of subjects, and there is an opportunity to sign up and take part in them. Look at that link for more details. Another thing to note about Year 9 this time is the biology challenge. Just before lockdown, Year 9, all of Year 9 that is, took part in a national science competition called the Biology Challenge. The results have come back in, and many students performed fantastically well, with numerous students having been awarded a Commended Award by the Royal Society of Biology, a huge national institution. What a brilliant achievement that is, and we want to say a massive, huge well done to all who received that Commended Award. So if you have any more community news, please to email the house leaders about it. So we'd love hearing about it for a start, but also we can then include it in next fortnight's From TCC with Love. So now I want to talk to you about a bit of national news, okay? So Manchester United star Marcus Rashford causes U-turn to support free school meal children over summer holidays. So due to his excellent campaign to help tackle childhood poverty, which he has given real momentum and voice to, the government have now arranged for 1.3 million children to be able to claim a free school meal voucher over the entire summer holidays to ensure that they're well nourished. And what a brilliant, brilliant thing Marcus Rashford has done. He has spoken up, he has used his fame and celebrity status as a result of being a professional footballer in a really positive and meaningful way. And it's something we should all applaud and be absolutely proud of. So I've picked that news story on purpose. Because in a way, Marcus Rashford has been an ally to the poor children in our society who need our support. And what I want to think about now is how we can also be an ally. Okay? So, an ally is someone who supports and helps someone else. Many people believe that injustices exist in the world, and they want to change that. And these people are often referred to as allies. Allies are people who may not actually be directly suffering due to those injustices, but they're trying to support those who are suffering. They might actually have more privilege and power than those they support, so they can use this to bring about positive change. So what allies do is they make a real effort to better understand the lives and experiences of others in order to be able to help in a meaningful way. So let's develop that a little bit further. What do I mean by injustices? So an injustice is a situation in which there is no fairness or justice. So in which the scales are metaphorically tipped against someone. And there are many examples of injustice that exist in the world, and actually they vary hugely. It could be from somebody sent to prison for a crime they didn't commit, to the rights of certain groups of people being ignored, to homeless people sleeping on the streets, to child labour still existing in some countries, and so on and so forth. Sadly, the list is exhaustive. It's huge, it's significant. And you know what? On a personal level, we can be an ally against injustice that we see happening. Because what we could do, for example, is help somebody who's being treated unfairly by others. We could speak out when we see injustice happening. And that's great. On a one-to-one level, playing our role as a citizen in our country. But the big question for me is, how can we be an ally against social injustice? How do we support challenging and changing injustice at a societal level? So we're thinking of bigger injustices that are affecting more people. Social injustice in many ways is like an injustice, but on a bigger scale. So it's where a person, people, or groups of people are treated unfairly based upon a certain characteristic of the person, people, or group. And of course, these characteristics are wide and varied, but there are some notable examples that I've listed below. And of course, it's not exhaustive. This is not every example of social injustice that exists in the world or in society itself, but they are 4 that are quite pertinent and notable. The first one is race, manifesting as racism. The second one is age, which manifests as ageism. Gender, which manifests as sexism. Sexuality, which manifests as homophobia. And the question, I think, is how can we be an ally against such social injustices? So let's think about that. Let's think about the steps we can take as a single human being to help address a social injustice. Right. So how can we be that ally? All right. We understand that some of us have privileges, but just because some things happen to others and they don't happen to us, it doesn't mean we don't care. We need to be someone who's willing to learn and understand about the others and about others who are suffering. We also could be an ally by showing that we support the others and we show them that they are important and valued to us. Also, we need to listen. We need to help them get their voices heard across the world. We need to make other people listen. It also means to be a successful ally, to be a really good ally against such injustices. We need to stand together against inequality, and we need to help end it. So, food for thought there, but this leads us to the next thing, which is the fortnightly challenge. What I'd like us to focus on this fortnight is building our knowledge. Okay? We have been faced in the past 3 to 4 months, but also in the past couple of weeks with some very worrying and very difficult times. And during those periods, it's really important to remember that you don't need to have all the answers. But it's really, really important. And I would say at the moment, now more than ever, that we educate ourselves, we speak out, and we use our voices and we try to understand. And I would say, at the moment, listening and learning are our most important, powerful tools. Therefore, the fortnightly challenge revolves around equipping us with knowledge of the Black Lives Matter movement and racism. So, the challenge I pose to you guys is to research, read, watch, or listen to one of the videos, texts, books, podcasts on the following slides. They've been taken from Miss Lockett's excellent PSHE lessons, all about the Black Lives Matter movement and racism itself. And what I'd like us to do is use this opportunity to build up our knowledge of racism. Okay, so things you can do. If the links work, then you can click Control and click on the link, and it would take you to read aloud videos on YouTube. And there are lots of fiction and non-fiction books that can read to help you, that you can read to help you, that can be read to you through these videos itself. And here are some you might choose to listen to. Also, here's another list of books you could order, books you could look up, etc. A mixture of non-fiction and fiction to help equip us with more knowledge, to help us understand. You could choose to listen to some of the podcasts below. There are some that you might want to check out. I've read some of the Rebel Girls as my own daughters and been amazed by some of the stories, such as Mary Seacole, herself, or Maya Angelou. Other things you could note, talking of Maya Angelou, is you could research some inspirational members of the Black community who have changed history and create an information sheet showing what you find out. You could include names, quotations, facts about their lives, and what we have at the bottom of this slide here are a bunch of names of people you might want to research. Some excellent and wonderful human beings who have made some significant contributions to the world. And I love that quote from Maya Angelou. Hate. It has caused a lot of problems in this world, but has not yet solved one. So I think it's really important. I want to echo it again. I want to say it again because I think it's really important and worth repeating. That actually, it is a worrying and difficult time, but it's really important that we educate ourselves, that we speak out, but also importantly we try to understand. We listen and we learn. We equip ourselves with knowledge to understand really what's happening here, and if there's anything we can do to support changing it. So, but also, support for you. We are always here for you as your pastoral team and all staff members at TCC. Okay. So where can you get support? Remember, you can email us. You can call reception. You can email Mrs. Lear. You can email the worries inbox. You can email inquiries. And we all hope you are keeping safe and well. And you must let us know if there's anything we can do to help, or if there's anything that's worrying you. If it's a subject, email your class teacher. If it's something more general, email your head of house or your tutor, yeah? Okay. So final thought from me, from the most wonderful human being, Nelson Mandela. And I think it's really, really important to recognize what he's trying to say here. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. And I think that's a really powerful message to reflect on. Okay? So build up that knowledge, guys. Show off your understanding. Get that knowledge out there. And please let us know what you've found out and what you've learned. Lovely to make contact with you guys. You take care of yourselves. And remember, we're never far away if you need some help. Take care.